Welcome to Turia Gardens in Valencia. It's actually Spain's biggest park, at least like a urban park, not counting, like national parks, that kind of thing. 10 kilometers long. You say 10 kilometers long? Okay, why is that important? Well, it's not conventional like a kind of square park. It's actually long like a river. You can see it's absolutely beautiful, nice and green, and it's sunken into the city. You can see some apartments up there around. And why is this? Well, in 1959 there was the Great Flood of Valencia. The Turia was very known for being a dry river most of the year, but at some points in the year it would flood and it would wreak devastation on the lives of the people here, taking lives in fact, and also destroying people's livelihoods. So they decided eventually that it was time to divert this river, and now it takes a different route around the city. I believe it's to the south, if I remember correctly. The diversion project was completed in 1969, and ever since then this has been a park for the Valencians to come and enjoy, to walk, to go cycling, to run, to play sport. Kind of goes across the entire course of the city very naturally like a river would. It's really the heart of the city. I love this park. It's probably my favourite in the whole of Spain, maybe in the whole world. It's a lovely one. You can see it's even a nice area for the local doggos to come and play. All together in this dog pit. And you find people playing all manner of sports here, not just running or football, but you've also got a rugby pitch here. Look, you can see the rugby posts. Obviously not one of Spain's most popular sports, but nonetheless they've got lovely facilities here for playing it, look. It's a really good example of urban redevelopment. How to make the city a place where your citizens want to be. Lots of people don't like the cities they live in, but I feel like the people here, they really enjoy having this beautiful park to use. All these people running past looking super healthy, and then there's me enjoying my session IPA. I've got a confession to make as well. This one's from Madrid, and there's actually a beer named after this park called Turia. It's the Valencian beer, so I'm going to see if I can get one of those and give it a try, tell you what it's like. This is a very standard session IPA. In fact, it's more of a normal IPA, 4.5%. For me, a session IPA is, the session part means it's lower alcohol, but Mo didn't seem to get the memo with that. I was expecting a bit less alcohol in this. And what's really cool as well is you have the bridges left from when the river was here, still going over this park as though the river were underneath it. This is the Bridge of St. Joseph, Pont de Sant Josep, as they say in the local language, Valencian or Catalan, as some might tell you. Look at that, beautiful colours. Valencia is cool and underrated in my opinion. People always go to Madrid or Barcelona, these big cities, but for me, Valencia, it's about the right size. You can walk around most of it. It's a chilled city, you can chill out. You don't feel guilty for not running off and seeing every single little thing. You feel like you could just sit on that bench over there and read a book all day, and you'd still have been in Valencia, seeing the people pass by. I do have a little bit of negative history with this park though. A few years ago I was here with a lady friend of mine at the time, and we decided to have a little siesta under a tree in a shady spot, probably just like this, a tree next to a bush just like that. And I woke up and my phone wasn't there anymore. Somebody had nicked it and they decided to call Algeria with it. And then my mobile phone company charged me for the calls. So if you do come, watch your belongings as well. Like whenever you're traveling, that's why I travel lighter and lighter. You can see this is everything I've got for a 10-day trip on my back, just in this backpack. They've even got a baseball field as well. Baseball is very popular, particularly amongst the Venezuelan community in Spain. It's nice to see some different sports given a share of the spoils, a share of the real estate in this park. You often see some interesting sights when you come to a sun-soaked park like this in Spain. Look what I found, the Turia beer named after the park that I've been raving about for the last few minutes at you. It's So here's the Pont dels Serrans, one of the original 12 gates to the city of Valencia, which used to be surrounded by a big wall with about 12 of these. And this is one of the ones still standing. It's a real symbol of Valencia. You can see the Valencian flag at the top. It's a bit like a Catalan flag, but with this like blue pattern. It's a bit like if Catalonia and Belarus had a baby, let's say. That's how I would describe it. And you can see it's also used as a symbol on the Turia beer. It's a really nice beer, actually. I'm a fan. Quite rich. It's a basic lager, but using toasted grains. Ideal para acompañar nuestra gastronomía, which means it's fresh and great for accompanying the food in the region. So if you want to try a typical Valencian paella, or I wouldn't recommend it with horchata, but maybe with some of their other cuisine, give this a try. It's really nice. Good beer. I guess you know what the golden hour is. It's the best time of day to go out, have a nice walk around in the late sun of the day. This is something which I recommend anywhere that you go in the world, but especially in Spain. Look at the beautiful colours that come off the buildings. And the golden hour in Spain lasts maybe 3 or 4 hours, especially at this time of year, early June. I feel really lucky that this country is my first love of travelling, really. It's kind of an accident. Nowadays I really long for Italy a lot of the time, but Spain was my first love. There's a lot of things wrong with Spain, but there's a lot of things that are right about it as well. And I love this country with all my heart. The economy's a bit messed up sometimes. Sometimes they make bad decisions. There's a bit of arrogance. But generally I love this country. I recommend any of you to come and have a look round. Come to a city like Valencia. Don't just go to Madrid or Barcelona. Go to a city like Valencia, Sevilla. Some of the villages are really cool as well. There's some excellent places in this country. So when things open up again, please do come to Spain. It's a wonderful place, and the language isn't that difficult as well. You can learn the language quite easily. Come to Spain if you're going through a period in your life where you're thinking about doing something different. Maybe the pandemic's made you think about, what am I really doing with my life? Should I try something else? Come to Spain, do a course for 2 months, learn Spanish, do something like that. Go wherever you want. Life's too short. I mean, look, even that building over there, back in Brussels, that would be a huge monolith to brutalism, the kind of architectural style, but somehow in Spain they managed to like smooth off the walls and just make it look that bit more appealing in the sun. So even an ugly building like this actually looks quite nice with the green trees in the foreground. There's just something about Spain at this time of day which is magical. Come check it out. Apparently this particular gate to the city wasn't used so much for defence, but it was more used ceremonially for the kings and queens of the region to come through back when it was part of the Catalan countries, and through the different kinds of countries, I guess you would call them, over time that Valencia has been a part of. Spain's actually quite a young country. There's been a lot of different kingdoms, different republics, all across Spain over time. And if you look back through history, Portugal could just as easily be part of Spain and Catalonia be separate from Spain. It's just how all of the kingdoms and all of the different countries over time came together under one monarchy at the same time. That's how we end up with the map that we have today of the Iberian Peninsula. Found a map of the park where the mouth of the river used to be. You have the City of Arts and Sciences, and then you have it all the way along here. I'm here at the moment, apparently. You can see lots of different football pitches, the Olympic Stadium as well. Long old park. Loads of stuff. Cycle tracks, running tracks. It says here, a place to enjoy and do sport. This is why Valencia is such a sporty city. You see lots of people in really good shape here. Haz deporte con nosotros, do sport with us. Oh wow, an outdoor concert. It looks very heavily guarded, so I don't think we're going to get anywhere near it. Maybe we walk round this side. Oh, there we go, socially distanced of course. Don't come under this bridge, it smells like old KFC, not very nice. And this is the Bridge of the Flowers. Literally, it's called the Bridge of the Flowers. Pont dels Flors. Look who I found. It's Hello Alex. Welcome to Valencia's most expensive public toilet. Only 336,000 euro of public toilet right here. I learned about this from my tour guide.